If you have a Cayenne that's similar to this, and if you're experiencing an unusual noise that appears to be coming from your dash, and you have no idea where this noise is coming from, this video is for you. So my friend took his Porsche to the dealership. They removed a large part of the dash, the stereo unit, trying to find this piece that apparently is making all this noise. So every time he turns left or right, you can hear something kind of moving around the dash. I also noticed faster you turn, the louder and more pronounced that sound was. Well, eventually I found the problem. And so if you're experiencing something similar where you've got this really unusual noise coming from the dash, and it's every time you make a turn and you have no idea where it's coming from, and it sounds like there's something loose inside your dash, give this a try. Look under your seat. Under the driver's seat, there's a hidden compartment. In the case of my friend, he bought the vehicle used and there was a pocket knife. And this is what was making all the noise. So every time he would turn left or right, this thing would slide back and forth under the seat. And what's really interesting, even I drove the vehicle, I was absolutely certain that it was coming from the dash. I never once would have suspected that this was coming from literally under my seat. I was 100% sure it was coming from the dash. So I'm going to attempt to recreate that noise by putting this piece back in here and go for a drive. Okay, so I'm going to recreate this noise, and I swear it's going to sound like it's coming from the dash. I don't know if you got that on the video, but again, I just heard it, and it's just a really interesting how that noise, you literally swear it's coming from the dash. You heard that? I don't know, I just find it so interesting. It literally 100% sounds like it's coming from the dash, and actually just underneath the steering wheel. So I understand. Here, let's listen to it again. You guys heard that? Oh, check out the C8. I've seen this blue one around. Actually, I think it was in one of my windows. That's a pretty sick house. Another sick house. So, as I was saying, I can totally understand when my friend's vehicle went to the dealership and the dealership took apart the dash. The technician probably came to the same conclusion that the noise must be coming from the dash. But obviously, it's not. So, if you have a vehicle that's similar to this and you've got this weird noise that's coming, and it sounds like it's coming from your dash, and you can hear this noise, it sounds like something's moving around, is loose, and you swear you're convinced that it's coming from the dash because that's where it obviously sounds like, just take a look under your seat. Like, no one would have figured to look under the seat. So I just came back from a drive, and it was really interesting. Even though that sound was coming from underneath my seat, to me, as I was driving, it sounded like it was coming from the dash. If I didn't know it was under my seat, I would have thought 100% it's coming from the dash, because it literally sounds like it's coming from this area here and not from underneath the seat. So that's really interesting how it kind of, that noise kind of plays tricks on you like that. I was 100% convinced it was coming from here. So there you have it. If you have a Cayenne and you've got this weird noise that basically sounds like something is moving around in your dash, and you don't know where it's coming from, take a look under your seat. So there you have it. So that's my tip for you guys. If you're experiencing something like this on your Porsche Cayenne, some unusual noise that seems to be coming from the dash and happens to be coming every time you turn left or right, take a look under the seat. You never know. So there you have it. Simple fix. It's one of those things it's easy to overlook because not a lot of people know that there is a hidden compartment under the driver's seat. I test drove his vehicle and I was 100% positive it was coming from the dash. But I would have never figured out that it was under the seat. And just by chance, I took a look there. I did a video recently on some of the hidden features of the Porsche Cayenne. And the number one feature that I found on the Porsche was that hidden storage compartment under driver's seat. So I figured, hey, why not just take a look in there? And sure enough, that pulled out. So my friend is ecstatic. Now he doesn't have this irritating noise every time he drives his Cayenne. So there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will catch you on the next one.